Hello and welcome ladies again. I am your man Dane here on this all-seeing knowledge channel with something out of eye, taking a chance that the contents may shock you. Title: Prince Harry, Meghan Markle has been exposed. Video text: Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So put on your seatbelts and get that popcorn ready because they are about to be served up a hot bowl of royal drama, spicier than any ghost pepper burrito there is, by everyone's friendly neighborhood critic over here. Today, we bring the latest antics from troublemakers-in-chief and ex-royal rebels Harry and Meghan. Step in shit. You better believe it this time. Oh boy. Well, okay, until we go talking about it again. If you still did not subscribe to this channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Sub, like and bell right now, smash. Enter Harry and Meghan, in the latest leg of their Woe Is Me tour, who went duck hunting with an invite from Colombia. Oh, wait, that one cool and breezy country the US cautions, don't do it unless you have to. If you can use it as a PR stunt, who cares about your personal safety? So, let's break this down layer by living room, zonbar horchata, garage floor by layer, like a wedding cake of royal proportions. Enter Harry, our red-headed prince, who is crying to anyone that will listen that he simply cannot take her back home. Due in part, I'm sure, as a way for him remind us how scared off his wits tens of thousands, of white people particularly, are by acid attacks and knife crime. Never mind that his father, King Charles, and stepmother Queen Camilla walk the streets of London like any normal folk. In human terms, Harry wished then that the UK was Hunger Games and he would cease to be but a version of Katniss Everdeen with Meghan as PETA. But here comes the real kick in your nuts, people. And with Harry off painting the entire United Kingdom as some sort of post-apocalyptic hellhole, he saunters on into Colombia unannounced, a country even the US State Department is like, yo, just FYI, pretty much, violent crimes over there. The standards, I mean really. That's like avoiding a petting zoo because you're afraid of bunnies, but signing up for an against a grizzly fight cage tournament. Oh, and what about Meghan? Our former future Hollywood starlet, now turned royal, something entidad. Well, as of yet we are still not quite clear on that last position. She is side by side with Harry, just bobbing her head like you're a plastic dashboard dog. The wheels are now spinning in her head as she schemes for what will be the next Pura story from this latest adventure. But wait, it gets better. In a last-ditch attempt to pretend this wasn't just another public relations exercise in Colombia, they have now embroiled King Charles and the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie. That's right, folks. Their team is also getting in on the fun, suggesting that other royals have visited Colombia before, although I am pretty sure this was not Harry and Meghan coming up with it themselves. It's as if they are telling you, look. It's good enough for them, it should be God enough to us. So much for those official state trips, with all of the bulletproof decrees to follow. Indeed not, at least in the Harry and Meghan verse, where apparently all commutes are equal. Only really quick sidebar on Sophie. The woman, Harry's aunt, was visiting Colombia on an official trip, focusing mainly on raising awareness of issues related to sexual violence survivors and women empowerment issues. And we need people who are actively helping, not just smiling for the camera acting like they're some kind of savior. But Harry and Meghan are doing their best to legitimize that little jaunt, so now poor Sophie is collateral damage in the sideshow. And poor King Charles. Man, whoever this poor guy is / was never had a chance. He is probably sat in Buckingham Palace right now, having an Earl Grey when someone walks and says, "Sir, your son has created his most recent stunt using the trip to Colombia you took that one time back in 2014 as a basis." I can totally see Charles doing the longest, deepest royal sigh in history. It's like he's thinking, I told you so, should have sent him to military school. But here's the kicker, folks. Harry and Meghan aren't even pretending this is anything other than about them. They're not traveling to Colombia in hopes of curing world hunger or making peace in the Middle East. No. They're going because the Vice President asked them to shine a dazzling spotlight on everything we do better than anyone, culture and innovation. I mean, they're probably just going to podcast or take selfies, neither of which have liberated oppressed people in quite some time. And remember, this comes right after their Nigeria trip for the Invictus Games. It's as if they're on some sort of country punch card and need to get that stamp punched fast. Drop by 10 third world countries, receive a Starbucks latte on the house. But YouTube fam, here's where I get really pissed. This is how desperate Harry and Meghan are to cling onto the spotlight. This is what it's come to, they're literally willing to put themselves in danger. I mean, come on, it's not like Colombia is Disneyland. Travel warnings aren't just fun advice from the US government. These are very real risks. But in Harry and Meghan's case, those fears are irrelevant. All that matters is keeping their names in the news and making every opportunity into an Oscar or Nobel Peace Prize performance. It's like they're fame junkies and will do whatever it takes to get their next hit, even if it means screwing everyone over. And you know what? It's sad, really. It's really sad. Harry used to be a prince we all could relate to, someone who genuinely cared about doing better. Even Meghan, for all her faults, she appeared to have more ambition than just chasing fame. But now, well, nowadays, they're just parroting versions of themselves. Sort of like over-the-hill rockers trying to get their salad days back after everyone else has moved on. The truth is, they inhabit this strange DMZ between royalty and pure celebrity, or at least non-humanitarian. Even worse, they are taking everybody else down with them. Queen Charles, Sophie et tout leur ligny. If it means he gets splattered with mud, then all of them do. Harry and Meghan just can't help themselves from reliving the victim narrative. It is akin to watching people on a sinking ship claiming that they are going down because someone else kicked another hole in the hull. But here's the deal, viewers. This might be the last dagger. Why? Simply because people are not fooled so easily anymore. The fact is, the perpetual cry for eyes over Harry and Meghan appears to be lastly wearing thin as individuals are getting clever. Cries for attention. When folks see all that and clock the fugazi, when they understand all this ballyhoo over these circus shows is just about keeping Harry and Meghan in front of them cameras, it's a wrap, that is when it becomes really interesting. It is what it is, people. The world has bigger problems. We have global warming, economic malaises that are actually happening and bloody wars being fought. And these two ex-royals are going hopscotching around the globe, acting that their next photo op will fix it all. And for his part, it's graduated from tone-deaf to just plain obnoxious and harmful. They are sending research money and news media attention to space just like they did during the 1960s. Real people doing real work. And for what? So they can feel important? So that they can fuck the royal family one last time? Which is why I think that this Colombia trip may well have been the final straw, for me at least. Because people are tired. They're tired of the drama. People are growing weary of the constant victim mentality and are fed up with the evident double standards. They are beginning to see Harry and Meghan for what they truly are. Two privileged individuals who struggle when they are not the center of attention. So, what's next for our favorite royal outcasts? If I were a betting person, and let's face it, I'd predict some serious damage control on the horizon. Get ready for a flood of orchestrated photos showing them looking serious and important in Colombia. Expect vague statements about empowerment and change, and don't be surprised if Meghan suddenly expresses a deep interest in Colombian culture, only to forget about it once they're back on US soil. But here's the thing, this time, their usual tactics aren't going to work. They've overplayed the victim card and involved King Charles and Sophie in their problems one too many times. The royal family has been remarkably patient with Harry and Meghan's antics, maintaining a dignified silence and taking the high road. But even royal patience has its limits, and it wouldn't be surprising if this latest stunt is the one that finally makes King Charles say, "Enough is enough." In the end, Harry and Meghan are damaging the very institution they claim they want to modernize. They're undermining the efforts of people like Sophie, who are genuinely making a difference without seeking attention. They're trivializing the very privilege they claim they want to dismantle. And for what? A few more moments in the spotlight? Another chance to portray themselves as misunderstood victims? It's pitiful, it's obvious, and it's getting tiresome. My forecast for you, YouTube fam, is that this trip to Colombia will result in a significant backlash. This is the mother of all public relations nightmares. Well, people are going to call it like they see it, an obvious public cry for help from a pair of individuals that do not know how to live their lives without the cameras rolling. And what will Harry and Meghan do once they are at the wrong end, when even their fan club say enough is enough? What now? Burns decent bridges. Once you have cashed in on all of your chips? When you're all out of cards? I'll tell you where. Obscurity. Yet, for Harry and Meghan that would be a fate worse than death. Because sans attention, without the drama, minus people victimizing them, then what do they left to be? Two ex-celebrities struggling to find a point in time that has long since passed. I hope you have your seatbelts firmly buckled, because this Children of the Corn roving van Colombia trip is no mere Irish PR stunt, it is the beginning of Harry and Meghan's end. It's a dying breath from a kowtowing brand, the last scene to their play that should have stopped ages ago. And you know what? Well, thank the Lord, somewhere in this world there are real issues, real heroes and true tales to take heed of, because it's time these two stopped keeping us from what we really should be paying attention to. So what are your thoughts, YouTube fam? Yes, the Harry and Meghan show hitting end of road, but got few more designer tricks in our slave bottomless bag mine pub goer naive right royals data diatribe. Share your thoughts below and we never miss a beat, so don't forget to like and subscribe for more piping hot royal content. In the meantime, watch our YouTube account for outrage-style posts and bogus bombshells. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for the newest info on everything royal family. As always, be sure to watch for more exciting news in the royal family. Bye for now.